You and me, we ain't nothing alike. Let's set the record straight. Those words you say, they hold no weight, they like. Let's set the record straight. You'll never break the man before you're out.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Diecast review. Today we have a throwback for Martin Truex Jr. in the number 19 Auto Owners for 2021. Now I actually won in this paint scheme at the Darlington race, and I'm actually going to make a custom of that here very soon. So you will more than likely see this in a bottom bag diecast wave here within, I don't know, a couple weeks or so. But anyway, yeah, again, this is the throwback paint scheme. It's pretty bland, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I think it was a throwback to one of his rides or something, supposed to be something like that. One of the 78 cars, I believe, or something like that. Either way, it's a throwback to something, and honestly, it's not really my cup of tea when it comes to a throwback, but at least it's not something like this. So that's actually a hint, or not really a hint, but a dead giveaway to what we are going to be reviewing after this, which, oh, my cat's meowing, which of course would be the 48 Bowman throwback. So we've already reviewed the Larson Championship, Truex Jr., and of course we will do the Bowman as well. Now, I have nothing against the actual paint scheme, but in terms of a throwback, it's not really, again, not really my thing. But again, we are going to do a custom of this diecast because, once again, he won at Darlington race. So we're going to, I think, was that the race where Larson came close in finishing? Oh, my cat's hitting my thing here. Oh, she just knocked into it. Anyway, yeah, was that the race? I think Larson finished, what, second in both races? Or am I wrong on that? I don't know. Either way, I knew Larson did good, at least one of them. But yeah, either way, we're going to get this diecast out of the box and take a closer look. If this cat stops bothering me, that'd be nice. What are you doing? Okay, I just think she wants attention. Anyway, let's go ahead and get onto the diecast review. Here's the diecast out of the box. And again, it is a really nice paint scheme, and this was actually released in the Authentics line. But I was not able to get my hands on it, sadly, so I had to go with the Gold Series. But I like the Gold Series better because this is a black car. It goes with the black interior. The name banners are even black, so I mean, it makes it look a lot better. In all honesty, I really like the blue. I feel like the blue is what really kind of, I don't know, sells me on the diecast. So I think, like, again, if you look on the front, you can see these two little blue outlines. I really like that, so I don't know. I guess that's what makes it a little, like, not as dull, I guess you could say, because it's got some bright, vibrant color to it. But, oh, my cat, quit. She keeps hitting the tripod. Well, it's not my cat, but it's a friend's I'm looking after, and she's kind of just rubbing up on everything. So I got the Auto Owners logo right there with a big old circle. Of course, you got Truex Jr. Right there with the Toyota logos. Got the number 19. Now, if you notice, the matte finish is on the car, but the decals are a lot more shiny, a lot more glossy. It's got that, like, a gloss effect to it. So this is just one of those cars where it's like a matte finish, yet with a glossy decal. It doesn't really match, but I mean, I think it's okay. It's not too bad. I do like it, but I do wish it kind of just went flush with the actual, like, paint and the decal itself. Which, I mean, I feel like it would be a pretty hard thing to do a matte finish on a decal. But I don't know. I don't make professional diecast, I just make customs. So there's that, AutoOwners.com right there. Truex Jr. right there on the rear name banner. Auto Owners Insurance, Simple Human Sense right there. Of course, you got a very small spoiler. Now this is actually going to change for the Gen 7 diecast. Going to be a little bit bigger. I'm going to like that. It's going to be nice. Because we've had the same mold, believe it or not, for the Toyota since 2017. 2017, that's like what, 5 years old? Oh my god, 2017 is 5 years old, right? 18, 19, 20. Yeah, dude, that makes me feel old. Oh my god. Anyway, got Sherry Strong right there. Of course, you got the Auto Owners A right there. Toyota, got the number 19. And of course, you got the Camry XSC and the little camera there. You can't see it really, but it's there, I promise. That's the little rear view for the show. Got Bass Pro Shops right there, Auto Owners. Got a whole bunch of contingencies down here. So you got Mac Tools, Lincoln Welders, Sherman-Williams, Simons, Mobile One, whatever that cougar-looking thing is, and Interstate Batteries. Of course, on the B post, you got Toyota, Auto Owners, Cessna, and something else there. Can't really tell what that one is, and Joe Gibbs. Of course, you got Martin Truex Jr. scribbled up on the name rail. Of course, you got the Reese's Fine Foods right there in front of the 19. which, of course, in 2022, that would be pretty much reversed. But speaking of 2022 and Darlington throwbacks, we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. So I got NASCAR Salutes, NASCAR Cup Series. Of course, you got the Goodyear there. Got the Goodyear tires, or the throwback tires. Now, there's supposed to be a little blue line around that, but they couldn't do that just because of how small the detail would have been, and it wouldn't have been very good. So you got K-State right there. K-State. K&N right there. I wish there was a K-State car. Sunoco, because you got, of course, you got, again, the little blue things right here. Got the 19. Got the 30 years. Was that 30 years of Gibbs, I think? And Camry right there. So, speaking of the throwbacks in 2022, let's have a little discussion, shall we? Here's my opinion on how the throwbacks should be for 2022. They should really focus on, because like before, back in the day, when they would race, they would have the numbers slid forward. Or backward, I guess. So it would be really nice to kind of see some paint schemes go forward a little bit. Now, I'm not going to reveal it just yet. I've only revealed it to 1 or 2 people. So, if I was to return, which I plan to, if I was to return the Little Wrangler Cup Series, or if I was to do another season, or if I guess Diecastbuffet was to do another season of the NASCAR Duralast Cup Series, and we had the Gen 6 or Gen 7 cars, right? I already have a throwback lined up. It is a throwback with the number moved forward, as you know, the 2022 season is, and the throwback car, like in terms of what I'm throwing back to, the real car had a slid forward number. That's how it should be done. And a prime example of how upsetting this can be, take a look at Byron's throwback for this year. It's to Jeff Gordon's DuPont from 2008? That type of paint scheme, 2007, 5, 6, whatever. That would be such an amazing paint scheme. Such a good paint scheme if the numbers were centered. Now, again, if it was like a diecast, or not a diecast, but a car that had the numbers slid forward back in the day, and they did a throwback to that, that's a lot more accurate. I can respect that. That's cool. But I hate seeing such an amazing throwback, such as the Gordon throwback, just with the 2022 numbers slid forward. It sucks. I mean, it really does. So, I mean, I don't know. I'll probably reveal that paint scheme here just whenever I can, because I don't have news on either series. I don't have news on the NASCAR Duralast Cup Series, and I don't really have a lot of news on the Little Wrangler Cup Series as of right now. So I don't really know what's going to go where, but I do have that paint scheme ready just in case. Well, I don't know. That's just kind of my little rant on the whole throwback paint schemes now. I mean, again, I like the whole throwback race. I just wish for one race, just one, that they would move the numbers center for whatever throwback they're, throwing back to. Like, what was the race? Was it the All-Star race? That Kyle Busch switched to the 78 or something like that, or 75. Now, if they can switch numbers, even though it was All-Star, I think it was All-Star, even though that happened, I think for one race it would be okay if they just moved the numbers back to normal for the throwbacks. But anyway, enough ranting, back to the paint scheme. Again, it's not bad. I like it, but it does make me miss having, even if they're bad paint schemes in terms of a throwback, it makes me miss having the numbers centered. It really does. Now, I can live with the whole next gen primary paint schemes having the number move forward because it looks a lot more modern. But if you're going to do a throwback, you're going to have an old-timey paint scheme. So with an old-timey paint scheme with a modern design, I mean, I'm not really a fan. But either way, really nice diecast. I love the black and the blue again. I mentioned this earlier. Just a weird combination, but I like it. I really do. And it's going to look really nice. Or it's actually going to look even better as their race version. So once again, stay tuned for that. With that being said, I do believe that'll be all for this diecast review. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.